I made the change from a common thief to up close and personal with Robin Leach. And I'm far from cheap. I smoke smoke with my peeps all day. Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. The Moet and Alizé keep me pissy. Girls used to diss me. Now they write letters because they miss me. I never thought it could happen. This rapping stuff. Hey, what's happening, y'all? It's your homie Ryan Hordman, the Dysfunctional Show with Cousin Kofi. We having technical difficulties, but we gonna keep on rolling. Hope y'all having a blessed one today. Cole, you here?
I am here.
Okay, I hear you, but I can't see you.
You still can't see me?
I can't see you. She's here in spirit.
I'm here in spirit.
I can hear you, but I can't see you. Let me make sure it's not me. But what's going on? How's your day? How's your day, Cole? Is it good? Say, how was your day? Okay, I think I see you. Uh-oh.
You can see me?
There you go.
Hi, cousin.
How you doing? Oh, you got on
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
You know, I'm blessed. Blessed and highly favored, as they say. You know what I mean? Oh, you got on your purple today.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little tight. I feel like a little Credible Hawk and everything right now. But yeah.
Okay, you look strong. You look strong. Yeah. You look strong. You look healthy, okay? All right. You look good in the purple. You know, it's a long day I had. I'll put it there. I had a long day. But we gonna keep doing. What's up to everybody that's tuning in, checking us out tonight? What's today? March 16th, 2021, in the year of our Lord, as they say.
Yeah.
The Dysfunctional Show. It's nothing. What's the word? Something always happens, and we keep rolling. That's what it is.
Yeah, we press on this show.
That's right. We press on. What'd you do today?
You know, I'm keeping my grandchildren, 2 of them right now. So I'm up every morning getting ready for that. I worked on my garden and almost didn't make it back in the house.
Oh, you did yard work today?
I did. And I didn't even do that much because my husband, he really did the hard part. And so I went out there to kind of finish up some things, and I almost didn't make it in.
Hey, that yard work is something serious. You got to pace yourself. You can't just go out there thinking you just to get it in and just do the rest of your day. You need to plan for yard work.
You do really have to, but I had said to myself, I'm gonna stop trying to be cheap and save money and just hire somebody because I can't do it anymore.
You know what you do? You get one of those companies, and they or you in Arizona, you know, you can get rid of your grass and put rocks.
Well, we don't have grass. We do have rocks, but you know, weeds still grow up a little bit in there.
So that's what you was doing, the work in the rocks?
Yeah, I can't have weeds growing up in my rock.
Ooh, you spray something on those.
Well, we did spray, but you know, sometimes you gotta get in there and do a little hand work, you know.
Okay.
Make it a flush job.
That's grown people work. Let me get some what's up, Treese. We got Treese in the building. What's happening, Treese? We got the homie Ray. What's good? She said, Treese said, Kofi, your earrings are beautiful.
Well, thank you, Treese.
That's so
Miss
beautiful.
You, love you.
The love in the room. I like it. So you wore yourself out pulling weeds.
Yeah, well, really, I wore myself out trying to sweep the long driveway, the front of the house, all the way around the cul-de-sac because it just looks so dusty to me, and I don't like that look. And it did something to that right hip, honey.
That hip.
The hip.
Did you bend with your knees, Kofi? You
I
can't
did.
just.
You know, I'm used to bending with my knees because I worked in the medical field, but that did not help. And maybe it's my weight.
I, hey, you said that, not me.
I said it.
Tree said she cleaned dirt.
You know what?
She
Tell her
out
she
there
don't have to
cleaning.
be blasted.
She out there cleaning dirt. Boy, I tell you, that's amazing. Well, I hope you feel better. I hope you get well rested on this evening.
Well, thank you. And what made your day so long?
I got up early and just
Hmm.
non-stop.
Okay.
Nothing in particular. But I'm gonna come back to it. Your boy needed that nap. I need that nap. I ain't get that nap. And now I'm getting irritated when the grandkids is over and they jumping off stuff and fire. You
Yeah.
sit down somewhere. You're making all that noise. You know, you just get irritated because you tired. You need a nap.
Yeah.
Not their fault, but the dog follow me around the house and like, just get this dog. Just
Yeah.
everybody just sit down. Quit moving. Why is everybody moving? Like everybody be still. And that's
I
what
felt like that this evening too.
that's how you know you grown. That's when you
Yeah.
grown. Like just
But it's so funny to me how we need naps now. We
I'm
really need a nap.
and you know what? Uh Tree said the sun rising earlier. That hour could have something to do with it. That spring forward, we did the hour, and I don't know.
I'm
I'm tired.
still thrown off. Like I'm thinking it's going on 7 o'clock.
Well, I mean, it might be where you at, but it's 10 o'clock here. Yeah, Kofi was drinking a little bit today, y'all. I didn't want to tell y'all. She's been. Hey,
No,
uh, so we had a good experience the other night. Was that last night?
last night.
The right now, Reconstruction of the Dinner Table podcast right here. They're checking us out. We absolutely had a ball on their podcast last night. We talked
We
about
did.
the cancel culture, and we had some very interesting viewpoints about that. So I guess we're recapping that a little bit.
I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad that Ray Ray and Mrs. Ray Ray invited us. It was real nice.
It was cool. The hospitality was felt.
Hmm.
I, I will say that the cancel culture is a real thing, and I was just waiting. Like I didn't call you at all today because I was just making sure. I was seeing if I got a text from anybody to see if I needed to cancel you, if I couldn't rock with you no more because of some of the things that you had said.
Well, I was very appreciative that I was able to speak my mind.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know, they
But
let me be free, and I'm the kind of person that have to be very cautious of what I say because most can't handle it. So
mm,
I was
mm.
very appreciative that they let me have my voice.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's an open platform. They roll with the free speech and they let you do what you do. And like I said, I kept my phone on and my uh the alerts just in case I needed
You
to
know,
make some
Ray
adjustments.
Ray, he tend to bring out some stuff, where we may have been canceled.
Yeah, Ray Ray said the cancel culture need to cancel his debt. Your debt got something negative to say about somebody, they sure will. Uh, what did we talk about? The recap for us. What do we have? Or am I doing it? I skipped the
Well,
news.
our recap for us last week would have been our open
Oh, it was an
topic,
open forum. Okay, it
open
was open.
floor,
It was open.
open forum.
Yeah,
And so we kind of, I don't know how we got stuck on the queen,
that's right. We
but I
talked.
want to reiterate that you are never to talk about anyone's children or mother. Those are two things that are just completely off limits. You do not do that.
That's when the Tiger Mom. That's right. That's when the Tiger Mom
Tiger
came
Mom.
because
Yes.
they was talking about. And again, I'm gonna say this. I don't want to talk about the king, queen, whatever, but it was possibly a valid question. How black is the baby gonna be? So I mean, uh, let me do this real quick. I got a couple quick news things that I saw. A lot of people watch the Breakfast Club. I don't know if you know about it. That's a radio show with Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, and what's the other dude name? DJ Envy. But Charlamagne was always he always be dissing Drake a little bit, and he said the Drake era is over. Well, the light skinned Drake, he just released a triple album, and for the first time in music history, the first person to have the number 1, the number 2, and the number 3 song on the charts. And Charlamagne said that he cheated.
My thing is like, it's okay for him not to like him, but you can't knock him. He's doing his thing.
He's doing his thing. He make good music. You know, I make good music. He got the talk singing rap thing going down, and I mean I like Drake.
I do too, but it's different strokes for different folks, you know.
Yeah, I like Drake. We talked a little bit about this yesterday, real quick. The pastor, Kirk Franklin, he got caught cussing his son out on the phone call. His son recorded him and released it, and they clowned old Kirk for that.
Our bad children, they can do some devious stuff.
Hey, dude, 33 though. His son is 33.
Well,
he's
I
33.
still think that our children can get angry at us at any age and they still handle it in the wrong way.
No, but you 33 and you mad because your daddy cussed at you?
I think it wasn't that he was mad because he cussed at him. I think it was more so he was trying to shame him.
His dad.
Basically,
he was trying to
make his dad look bad.
That's what he was trying to do. And he did. He did, but
he didn't, because Kirk Franklin is a human being, and just because he's what is he? Preacher?
He's a preacher. So listen, I tell everybody, you're right. He's human. Human people make mistakes. And cursing, he just used some. Okay, listen. Take it out of the ties. Just give him 5% this week instead of 10. You made a mistake. Put the other 5% in the cussing jar. There you go. End the story. I saw it. Nobody's hurt. Nobody's hurt.
What are they saying to the mother of the church when she slipped? The 100-year-old mother of the church. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Everybody got to be honest though. Your kids know how to push your buttons.
They do.
They know exactly what to do to make you say some slick stuff. They know exactly what to do. So, Kirk, shouts out to you.
Shout out, Kirk.
Hang in there, brother.
The disrespectful kid.
Another thing I saw. Have you heard of deep fake?
No.
Deep fake is like a program where you could take a picture and you can change the face of it. So, like, I can put Mary J. Blige face on your body, and it really looks like Mary J. Blige. Well, this mother in Pennsylvania, she did the deep fake photo thing on her child's cheerleading rivals to get them kicked off the cheerleading squad, so her daughter could start or be the number one. And she caught a case. She's going to jail for that. She got arrested. Ain't that crazy?
Well, I don't know if it was jail worthy, but I do think she went a little too far with getting involved with the children's situation and taking it to that level.
She went in like fake. She faked like a video, had him doing disrespectful things in order to get him kicked off the team. Now she either love her baby or she just crazy, boy.
Who has time for that? That's what I'll be wondering. Like, who has time for that?
That was genius. I'll give it to her. That was very genius. That was ingenious.
Genius for her to end up in jail.
I'm sure she's gonna get out soon, but it's like she famous now for she
Was it worth it?
like that could be like a one of them after school specials or something. Remember them little after school?
Mm-mm. Well, I'm not willing to eat no bologna sandwich, Rod. I just don't want one.
You ain't gonna do nothing here. Let me read some of these comments real quick. Tree said, when we talking about you can't talk about mamas or the babies, she said so we can talk about their daddies. That's what Tree said. She said they need to be canceled. Cry now, laugh later. Them swear them swear words sounded like he cursed all the time. Didn't seem like Rand. She said Kurt practiced them words before, like he knew what he was doing. Kirk from the hood, he been
That
cussing
I
his
was
whole
gonna
life.
say.
He ain't always been saved.
He done heard the words before his life.
Yeah, he ain't always been saved now. He's man, that deep fake goes real deep. They're using it in the government. Ooh, documentary on Netflix. I'm about to check that out. Oh, I didn't know that.
That is so scary. That is some creepy stuff.
That is. Hey, y'all, and y'all know Kirk, he get all of his music from like he redo all of the songs in the world. So he listening to gangster rap, y'all. So he know how to cuss real good. Like he listened to the same stuff we listen to.
Well, I'm like you. Where did we think he came from? Come on now.
Yeah, he from the hood. He all good. This the last one. This is very sad. My son brought this to my attention. Today, a 25-year-old man killed 4 people in Indianapolis over a stimulus check.
What do you mean over a stimulus check?
He shot at his baby mama and like some people in her family. They was arguing over the stimulus check. He wanted the stimmy. Money is not everything, people. You didn't trick your life off. You didn't kill people over that little money.
And I mean, that would not have last him how long?
Not a week. Not a week. That's sad. It's Tree said, yeah, she saw that. That's very sad. Like I don't. I mean, I don't know if people are really thinking when they doing this stuff. Like they living in that moment and they throwing it all away. Calm down. Think before you react.
And then
Think.
a lot of them are trying to stand on something and you don't even have a leg to stand on.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You going hard over something that makes no sense.
No sense at all. No sense at all. And when you calm down, you're gonna be thinking about that. That's sad, y'all. Rest in peace
That is
to
very sad.
everybody involved. That's a tragedy. Uh, that's the news I have for today.
Okay, so on a lighter note,
Yeah, it just popped up right here, and I was like, oh yeah, I should have said that first. Oh, let me see. She said killed her brother, cousin, and mother. Wow. Yeah. Wow.
that is so devastating, guys. See, that kind of stuff, it just, I don't know, it does something to me. It just
Yeah.
hurts.
See, a lot of times you read this stuff and you get so used to seeing it that we get desensitized to it. But somebody literally killed somebody over a couple dollars, y'all. A couple dollars. That's crazy.
This is why I kind of stay away from the news too, because I, like, feel everything and it just takes so much out of me to listen to all of that disturbing stuff.
Well, we gonna send prayers out to those people involved, and we got to do better. As
Absolutely.
people we have as people, as humans, we got to do better, y'all. That's crazy. That's absurd.
Absolutely.
Uh, Today's topic. Uh, I have no transition from that. I wasn't thinking when I brought that up. I should have did that at the beginning. That's on me, y'all. That's on me. Okay, now that's on me,
Right.
y'all. I don't know what I was thinking. I I I get I I just get in my emotions sometimes and just feel like so that's on me. Anyway, today's topic, this is one of those moments. Uh when you in life and you living, you trying to accomplish things, you're doing the thing with your family, things don't always go the way you plan it. So what do you do? How do you roll with the punches, improvise, keep it moving? That's what we want to know today. What do you do when things don't go the way you plan it? And how do you keep it moving?
I kind of learned to just kind of always stay prepared because we're never ready because we actually just don't know where our journey is going to lead us or which way. And when plans fall, I start thinking like, wow, maybe this is preventing, we got stopped because it's saving us from something else. So I've learned better how to accept it and just to try to stay prepared because you can never really be fully ready because we don't know what's to come.
Now what about when you prepared for something, like you prepared for this thing. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Uh I was I was working for this company when I had first started pest control. And then I quit. I was gonna start my own thing. And in the middle of that, like within that 2 week period, uh, we were about to buy a house. And so I went to the underwriter and all that, and they said, well, if you're not employed, it's gonna be hard. So you need to. It's only been 2 weeks. See if you can go back to your job so you can get the loan. And so I was like, man, if I go back, I better be getting this loan. And he was like, yeah, you're gonna get the loan. You just gotta go back. So I go back, they take me back at the job. So I'm excited. We fill out the application for this house. So we get home that night. One of Hortman's friends call her. She said, ain't y'all say y'all about to buy a house from this company, whatever? And she's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And she said, go get the newspaper. We get the newspaper. The people we buying the house from had got indicted for fraud. And Kofi, I was crushed. Like, no. I went back to this job. I tried to do everything right. I had to go up there and threaten the people. I made them rip up my application in front of me, all this. But I was literally devastated. Like, devastated. I thought I was buying a house and I couldn't buy the house. Devastated.
Well, I
What?
think that you were prepared. And I just think that wasn't the right timing, and God was trying to just do whatever His natural thing is to do um, in our journey, and you just got to keep pressing. You kept pressing, though, it ended up with that house, though, didn't you?
Well, not that one.
Not
Not
that
that.
particular
Yeah,
one,
not
but
that
a
particular
house,
one.
correct?
Yeah, yes, I did. I did.
Yeah.
It, but a lot of times you want it right now. It's hard to take that. No, this ain't the time for you. You devastated. You can get depressed. Like, why is this happening to me? What do
Well,
you do?
haven't you grown to feel like at this point when that kind of stuff does happen, like Don't you understand it more fully, or do you put it in your mind like, okay, maybe God trying to tell me something, maybe He's slowing me down to protect me from some unknown forces?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. At the time when stuff happens like that, I don't think of it like that. Then, like, it's not like, oh, God protected me for something. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like me. I'm still trying to figure out a way to make it happen. Like, okay, well, maybe if I
Hmm.
do this and do that, and at the last resort, I say, well, okay, maybe this not for me. After I
Hmm.
tried and I exhausted every
Yeah.
opportunity or every opportunity that I have. So it's in my getting older, I've learned to accept it more. I'll say that.
Hmm.
And sometimes I believe that it's almost like in sales. The first no is not a real no. That's when my improv I can't say it.
Improvising.
Improvisational skills
Oh,
come into play. And so maybe I can do it a different way. Let me
yeah.
say, let me say what's up to some people right here. We got Tree said glad improv I can't talk tonight. Improvision is a technique to make you dig deep within to come up with a solution for anything. I like that, Trees.
Yeah.
I like that. Yes. Yeah, I like that. Olga, how you doing?
Hi, Olga.
So, okay, all right. I like that, Trees. I like that a lot.
That is true, too.
Because sometimes your journey to something ain't the traditional way. It ain't like everybody else's. So sometimes you have to do it differently.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Uh, like I was saying before, when like younger me couldn't accept it. I'm and I think it could have been just pure dumb ambition, blind ambition, I'll say, trying to make trying to make it happen. And I got over a lot of humps that way and didn't realize it at the time. But that's
That it was building your character the whole time.
yes, I agree. We got
Hmm.
Dre Love in the building. What's up, Dre Love?
Hey, Dre.
Soto said hi, pretty girl with Ron. Okay.
Hi, Solo.
Yeah. So I want to know, Cole. All right. So if somebody give me something, a big goal of yours that you had and that
Well,
did
right now, one of my biggest goals is to leave a legacy of generational wealth for my family.
I didn't
And
mean get that deep right now, Kofi. I wasn't ready for that deep. You just jumped. Wait, I have nothing for that, Kofi. I can't. Olga said Kofi is so wise. I mean, like she's too wise right now. Like, what can I say about your generational wealth? Like, so what happened with your generational wealth when you didn't get it, Kofi? I can't say that, Kofi. I mean, so if a young Kofi is watching you right now,
hmm
16-year-old Kofi, right? 16-year-old Kofi that was dancing to the Gap Band, right? You said she was dancing to the Gap Band. She wanted to be,
Egypt and love.
yeah. See, she what does she want to be?
Then I wanted to be a top model.
Okay, so 16-year-old Kofi wanted to be a model, and
Hmm.
it didn't happen, or it's hard. What do you tell 16-year-old Kofi?
What I should would tell 16-year-old Kofi now would have been that you maybe should have gotten a job to pay for that schooling that your parents couldn't afford, and then you would have been able to go through the whole course. And maybe I would have been the Tyra Banks or, whomever. But you got to keep pressing, and you have to exhaust all measures, like you said earlier.
Okay. All right. All right. Dre Love said Egyptian lover. And he said you are still a top model.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Oh, Teresa, she said Queens of Passion. Okay.
Yes.
We meant to go down the road. So Olga says some things are unattainable despite the desire. Like what do you mean by that, Olga? Please elaborate.
Because the reason I didn't continue is because my family couldn't afford it, and I did work at that time, but maybe I could have picked up 2 or 3 more jobs to try to make it work.
Okay. All right. So you want to be a model when it didn't go your way, right? You said you couldn't afford the school to go to. Did you just quit, or did you go for a little while?
I went for a while until it just wasn't simply affordable anymore. And then when my parents stopped paying, um, my oldest children's father, he paid for me for a while, and then he helped me pay. And then when he couldn't help me pay any longer, I just simply couldn't afford it.
So that was a dream of yours.
It was.
All right. So, and I'm just picking on you because you're right here, and I'm not picking on you. I'm just really, I'm trying to dig, so maybe we can help somebody. All right. So you were defeated. All right. That dream didn't happen. So what did you switch to? Like, how did you pivot from that?
But I think too, Ron, I have to throw that this in here, that I still don't think that's not something that could happen in my life.
Wait.
The modeling thing. I still may have that opportunity. Sometimes in life when you're trying to do something in your younger life, it's just not the right timing, but that doesn't mean in your future that you won't come across some of those same opportunities.
Absolutely. So what that means that you haven't given up yet. You haven't quit.
Well, I just feel like the opportunity still knock on my door, just like this one did. Just that unforeseen stuff. I could be at the right place at the right time with the right people, and that still may happen.
I get that. But so you're not actively pursuing it though.
No, I'm not.
So don't you think that maybe you should, if that's what you want to do?
It's not something that I desire to do right now in my life, but I think if the opportunity presented itself, it would be something I probably would go with, just because I at one time had a desire for.
So you had a love for it, but now it's not your passion. You don't.
Right.
Okay. All right. I get that. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use me, for example, my NFL dreams.
Mm-hmm.
There was a period where I thought that that's what I really wanted to do, and it turns out I really didn't want to do that, and the pain that came along with that wasn't worth it for me. So my pivot was that I just found something else. Like, you know what? I like this too. And a lot of times I think when you going after something, you like it, but you don't really know what comes with it. So you're still young and impressionable. And you got time to switch to something else.
Did you give that time though, Ron, before you threw the towel in?
No, absolutely not. Not enough
So
time.
you don't even know. You
No,
could have
I do
given
know.
it
No, I do know. Hopefully, I know. Trust me. No.
after that hit. After
Yes,
that hit.
I knew. Yeah, not this is not for me. Yeah, I'm a different type of dude. I'm strong up here. I ain't like necessarily just to let this 300-pound dude keep running into me. No, no.
And you know, for me too, Ron, when I was going through that situation when I was attending John Robert County Smaller School, and I was just so happened to be working for Housing Authority at that time. It was a through a summer program, and I got hired through that summer program, and I was working with them. So I was making really good money. It was just not enough money to afford those sessions. And so when I had to drop that, I just kind of feel like it didn't affect me like that because I was making good money as a teenager.
Mm,
You know, so maybe
yeah,
that's why I didn't go further into finding me two more jobs to, you know, get through it.
you was getting bread at the time, so it didn't affect you.
Hmm.
Like one thing that's hard for people when things don't go their way, they get depressed. Like they get, they get you looking at life moving around you look it look like people succeeding and they doing this, and then you can easily get into the why is this happening to me thing in life. Have you ever been there?
I was hurt and angry with my family though when they didn't continue to pay because they made me feel like I would really make it in this field. And at the time that I was the only Black young lady at the school, so I didn't have a lot of competition. And they were saying that I could really go far, and I was hurt. I was like, why can't y'all do this for me? Why won't y'all sacrifice more so I can make it for the family? Because I felt like I was going to really take us out of the hood.
It's gonna move everybody out the hood.
Yeah, I really thought that I could have done it. I was angry with my parents behind that, very angry.
Were you bitter?
For a minute, I was, but I had to get over it and understand that their responsibility.
How did you get over it? Like what let you what helped you get past that? Because that's a tough thing for
Time and age.
age,
Yeah,
more maturity.
understanding better. Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people, they get trapped in that, and they feel
Hmm.
that, you know what I mean. They really hurt, but
Hmm.
and they can't understand somebody else's point of view from the situation because they're not seeing it from the outside, and they become bitter, and something like that can really damage somebody's
That's
life.
true.
And
That's
that
true.
that's deep, man. That's deep. Let me read some of these comments. Latrice said deferred for lack of better words. Jelani Neal was happening. He said, lovely host. Uh Tree said, do you believe it can create a stream of generational wealth? She talking about the
She said what?
do you believe it can create a stream to generational wealth? Are we talking the modeling? What are we talking about, Trees? And Olga said that for example, trying to become a famous singer when you can't hold a tune. Okay, I get that, Olga. When Olga was saying that some things are unattainable despite the
Oh yeah,
desire.
yeah.
I get your
That's a
point.
very good
I
point.
get your point. I get your point. That's a very valid point, Olga. that's a very that's so simple.
Yeah.
I missed it. I missed it. Yes. Thank you,
She
Olga.
got that one on the nail.
Yeah, yes, she did. Yes, she did. But you know what, Olga? It's still not impossible because they got auto tune now. You get with the
Mhm.
right producer. If you had the look or whatever, it's
Mm.
still a chance for you.
Yeah,
It's still
they
a
can make
chance.
something happen.
They can make it happen. Tonight, dysfunctional. We talking when things don't go the way you planned it in life, improvising, rolling with the punches. How do you do it? What do you do? You can give us some examples. Uh, my my life. And thank you for sharing that, Kofi. I never knew that. You know,
Oh,
I didn't know that.
really?
Yeah, I didn't know that about you.
Hmm.
I didn't. You know, that's very interesting. So, did you encourage? Are you one of those people like I said those people, but I'm saying like you didn't. So you didn't get to do that. Like, did you push your daughters to go do that?
I encourage my sister too because she's a beautiful, beautiful young lady, and she's actually doing it now. She's in her 40s, and it didn't happen for her in her younger life. It's taking over now. So yeah.
That hey, that's what's up. She is beautiful, by the way, with her Lauren Hill looking self. Uh, she well, she's supposed to be 40, right? She looked like she's 21.
She's actually over 40.
She looked like she's 21.
Mm-hmm. And see how that's happening for her in her later life.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me, I believe in chasing your dream. I believe
Mm-hmm.
that to the fullest. And a whole nother topic. I'm trying to pivot, but most of the time we get in our own way, and
Mm-hmm.
you stop chasing it for whatever reason. Uh, but I'm gonna come back because we're talking about when things ain't going the right way. What do you do? Trix was saying going into modeling now. Do you think it could provide generational wealth? And she said also, and singers these days voices are horrible and they still singing. Amen, Treese.
I don't know if it would go into the type of generational wealth that I'm talking about, but I think that it could go somewhere. It can turn into other.
It can. It can. I believe that. Um, so you were saying you push your sister to do it, uh, to finish to carry the torch on your dream. Like for me, I'm trying to do the comedy thing, right? And
Mm-hmm.
if one of my sons or my grandson started doing comedy, I would love for them to take off. I would be so proud. And like, okay, it didn't happen for me, but it happened for them. So really it's like you paved the way for it. You really could be the inspiration behind somebody. You know what I mean? So that's big.
Yeah.
That's big.
Especially if you see the talent in that person. If you feel like they got it, you should definitely encourage it. You know, I felt like my sister could really do that. You know, that's why I tried to let her know you should probably go for this.
No doubt. No doubt. Dre Love said, I have some insight for you, Kofi. Maybe it should be during the after show in the green room. Okay.
Oh, great, Dre. I've been thinking about you. I want it. I need it in my life. I want it in my life. Come put it in my life.
So we talking rolling with the punches. When things don't go your way in life, how do you deal with it? Uh on dysfunctional. Uh Ryan Hortman will say that I think most of the things in my life have never went like the way traditionally planned. And I say a lot of times I didn't even know it. I just thought that this is how it is. You had to go through these things to get there. And then when you see somebody else went this way, you're like, huh, I didn't know you could do that. So I think a lot of the adversity, the turns, the no's, the negative stuff. I think it builds character.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And it builds you up so then you're able to
Mhm.
deal with stuff. That's what I really think.
Yeah, and it should be building you for the next tougher,
Yeah,
more
yeah.
enduring situation because they tend to get more difficult
That, that,
in certain on
yeah.
certain things, you know.
Let me ask you this. So when things don't go your way, right? Have have you prayed? Like prayed to God, like, hey, why is this
Absolutely.
why is this happening? What's going on? Have have
Um,
you have you been like mad at God? Like, why are you allowing this to happen to me? What did I
mm.
have you ever been that?
No, I've just never been a type of person that thought like that. I was more of like the type of person, even if I didn't know how to pray properly, and I still may not, and I would just more so ask God to reveal things to me, um, direct me in the way that I need to be going. If this isn't for me, reveal that to me and show me which way I need to be going. But I never was the type of person that was the why me, why me? Because I feel like all of us could say that.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I never took it there, and I never questioned God on like I just asked him for more understanding and to reveal things to me so I can understand.
If I say I never questioned him, I'd be lying to you, Kofi. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. Taurus Renfro, what's happening, man? I see you, family. What's good?
Hey,
If I said I never questioned him, I'd be lying. Uh,
okay.
so sometimes when things go wrong or not as planned, how do you know when you're supposed to stop that this ain't for you, or if it's just a test to keep going?
I think that we all need to learn that in anything we have to have endurance. But I think that if you do have a spiritual connection with God, then you will hear that voice. You will hear your intuition. You will feel when it's just time to let go of the thing.
Mm, mm, mm. They said you wise tonight, Kofi. They said you wise. Uh, we gonna do this real quick. Uh, I'm gonna put the link up here. If you want to tap in, I'm gonna put it at the bottom. We'd like to hear your
Y'all tap in now because y'all see Ryan Hortman on me tonight.
I mean, I'm just getting insight. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're pretty good. There go the link right there. Uh, Tor said, "I see you got a real conversation going." Yeah, Tor, we try to keep it real sometimes, man. We ain't all jokes, not all the time.
Tell him, let's hear from him. What he got to say.
If you want to tap in, I will send you the link, or you can copy the link. You can get on. Dre Love said there's a difference between questioning God for knowledge or understanding and challenging His authority. Ooh,
Yo, good one.
hey, that's why we keep the preacher on deck. You understand
Yeah,
me? Because I didn't challenge him, Dre. I didn't. I was asking. You're right.
you're right. Yeah,
You're
that is a
absolutely right.
difference.
That's we keep the preacher on deck just because. Uh, hey, he said, I see. I like these kind. Well, come on in then, Taurus.
Yeah,
We like to hear you.
join us, Taurus.
We like to hear your input. We like people's input because
Hmm.
what we trying to do right here is this is a platform we like to have discussions that people don't really talk about, and you can voice your opinion. We may not agree, but we're gonna do it all out of respect, out of love, no disrespect to anybody. Dre Love, I'm gonna send it to you right now.
And we're in hopes that when we're listening to one another, that we can open up each other's minds to see things on different levels.
We deeper than they think.
So, Ryan, tell me, how do you think your growth from that has been? Accepting the fact, that things may not turn out the way that you planned. How do you think you've grown from what you used to be like?
I think I've grown tremendously, and I think a lot of it has been maturity, and
Okay.
more than anything, I want to contribute a lot of my growth to. I know I had to be an example to my sons, knowing that I gotta show them that everything ain't gonna always be perfect, and that don't mean you fold your hand. You know what I mean? And
Right.
that you keep pushing, and if it's meant for you, it's meant for you. And I really tried to instill that, and it ain't been easy for them, and that's a tough one. That's a tough one to swallow when you gotta listen to your kids have when they dealing with I don't want to say defeat, with adversity. And like I'm gonna give you a perfect example. When your child works, when they're an adult and they have a place of employment, and they're going through something at their job, and you talking to them about it, and you can't just say, "Hey, I'm gonna come up there with you and we're gonna smack the hell out of these people." You got to teach them how to do it in
the appropriate way.
Well, and sometimes this way, that's how it is. You either got to do that or you got to move on. And that's tough. Taurus, I sent it to you, Taurus. I'm not gonna talk about you, but when I sent it, I got like 8 Taurus friends. All of them are you. I don't know which one is the right one. It's like 8 of y'all.
Please tell me
him and Doogie. Him and Doogie. Doogie got like 17 of them. So did I send it to the right one? I got 8 Tauruses. Oh, he said he got it. Okay, I sent it to the right one. I thought I had the right picture. You just click on that link and it's gonna pop you in.
Well, I think you've done a great job.
So a lot of that helped me grow. And when thank you.
Because we, little Ron joined us a couple of weeks ago.
Yes,
on one of our shows, and I think that one was pertaining to our dreams. And
it was.
I could just tell that he has some wisdom at his age, and that you did an excellent job. You and Kai. Great job.
Thank you so much. We got the one and only
Stop it.
DeAndre Love. What's good, man? Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you this, preacher.
Hi, Elder.
Listen, I'm not letting you do no whole sermon tonight. You get a few minutes. All right, I'm just letting you know.
You say that to him all the time.
I'm for real this time, Kofi. I'm for real this time.
Well, look at it like this. I don't necessarily think it's sermon. I just think that when great minds like ours get together, sometimes we just dialogue, and then not only do we dialogue, but as close as we are and life goes on, sometimes we catching up in the midst of it too.
No doubt. You see how he trying to slide it in there? You see how he trying to slide it in there?
That's right.
Yeah. Hey, before you start, we got April Love in the building using
Hi,
her husband's
April.
Facebook. What kind of foolery is this?
Bring her in. Tell her to join in.
She trying to catch him up. She all on his Facebook, sending out messages. What's up, boo? Just to see
That's
what
a
happened.
powerful young lady right there, man. Send her that link
Well,
and tell her to
April,
get
we
on
have
here.
a tapping portion of the show, and that's where we're at now. If you would like to join in with us, Rob, put it up there so April can tap in and join this conversation.
Ray, what it do? Peace and blessings to you, brother. Tonight's topic is rolling with the punches, improvising when things don't go the way as you plan. That's what the topic of tonight was. April will send you the link. Oh, she gonna say Julian. She gonna like, we know your last name Julian. Come on now.
Whatever. Don't get dude whooped.
But I'm gonna send you the link if you want to tap in. We're gonna give everybody a few minutes. We said we're not going long tonight, but then we got the preacher on here. Y'all know how that can go. But rolling with the punches, improvising, dealing with situations when they don't go your way. Dre Love, go ahead.
While I was speaking particularly to Kofi and the modeling thing, I would argue this, that more so than a lack of resource or opportunity or, decisions in life happens, is the fact that maybe that's just not where God wanted you to be. Maybe there's some things on the other side of that just ain't for you. And I speak from experience with that, with the music. It's just some things on the other side of that was not of God. That had nothing to do with what God had. Now you can still kick against the rocks and get in it. You just got to deal with what comes when you get in it now.
So let me ask you, Dre. So when you're saying that it is something that might not be not for you, how do you know when you've reached that wall that okay, this ain't for me? Is that from you get that from your relationship with God, or you just finally realize that all of this stuff they doing is not worth it for me?
I would say primarily you get that from your relationship with God. Now, he has given us 5 senses. He has given us ingenuity. He has given us wisdom. And we are able to be creative and pay attention and learn and experience some things. But there are a lot of cliche things that we subscribe to that we really haven't given much thought. Like we say things like experience is the best teacher. And experience is not the best teacher. Experience is the most expensive teacher.
Absolutely.
It costs you something.
Absolutely.
The best teacher is using common sense and observation. For instance, I don't have to do 20 years in prison to know that I don't want to do 20 years in prison.
Come on now.
You understand what I'm saying? I can see the effects that it had on somebody else. So
absolutely,
we subscribe to a lot of statements that sound intelligent and seem thought-provoking that really lead you nowhere. But a lot of times there's something in us that lets us know. God speaks to us many times through our conscious. And if it's disrupting your conscious,
not right.
Probably ain't for you.
Absolutely.
Now you can press and go for it anyway, but
let me interrupt you.
I agree with all of that, Dre. All of that was on point.
Let me interrupt you, Dre Love. Now we talking about things not going your way. I'm using you because I know a little bit of the story. You literally were having a meeting with Ruthless Records. Like literally, and you didn't. And your dream at that time was to be a rapper, and it's right there behind you. It didn't happen, right? For whatever reason. How did you? What was the pivot for you? Like, how did you deal with that and not become this, this bitter dude they're looking at these rappers and like, I'm colder than them. And how are they getting this shot? I was right there. This could be me. How did you deal with that? Because I
First
know
of
a lot of.
all,
Go ahead.
first things first, I was an individual before any of that. I was me before any of that. I was solid on who I was before any of that. So I was me with or without that.
Okay.
Outside of that, number two is the team that I had, the collective, DRE, DJ Ray,
Hi.
the squad that I had. That's my
Mm-hmm.
sister. That's my little sister.
Hey y'all.
She
Hey,
halfway cute today.
thanks
That's
for
my little
joining.
sister. But the team that I had was individuals who, we didn't have a lay down mentality. We learned from it and kept it pushing. You know what I mean? In any situation, though.
So you just kept it moving. Let me read some of these comments real quick.
Yeah.
Tora said, "Preach." Ray said the experience aspect could be a mentor advice, no doubt. And Tora said, "Yes, he was." We got April in the building. She and her husband's. I don't. Why are you using his Facebook?
Because I'm not on Facebook. So, I keep up through my husband.
But why don't you just get your own though? It's free.
No, because then people can access me, and I don't want that.
That is so weird. That is so weird. That like he'd be like, "Give me the phone." He'd be like, "Oh, here." What's up, family?
This is, every now and again I might pop on to see what y'all talking about. I just wanted to be in the mix here, see what y'all got going on.
Well, I'm glad that you joined us.
Hey,
So good to see you with your beautiful self.
Thank you, cousin.
Now, tell me, what would you like to add to this conversation?
Well, I missed all of it, so I'm talking about. You throw my 2 cents in.
Tonight we talking about when things don't go the way they supposed to go, or the way you planned it, and how do you improvise? How do you roll with the punches? What do you do? Something you plan for, like anything in life, and it don't go the way you planned it.
Oh, okay. Well, just to throw my little 2 cents in before y'all cut out. I just feel like in those situations, you literally have to go with the flow. Personally, I look at a lot of things from a spiritual perspective. And so I usually take the standpoint that if it didn't pan out that way, that's not what God had planned for me. And not only that, but it just may not have been that route. You might just have to take a different route that he planned for you. Because a lot of times we have things planned and we detour a little bit because it's not the route that we think it's supposed to be, or the way it wasn't set up the way that we planned for it to go. But it still work out for us. It's just presented in a different manner. I know, specifically speaking for me, I am currently going through IVF, and I never imagined that I would have infertility issues and have to go the route of IVF. But so I had to make a whole new adjustment. But in doing that, I realized that, God can still bless me through this route. My route,
absolutely,
married, have a child, and it was just going to boom, work out like that. But I had to shift my mindset and even my life to accommodate the new process.
And congratulations to you guys with that April.
Thank you.
And I'm happy for you, and I'm glad that this is in place.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna say this, and again, congratulations. I'm happy for you. But in that process, and this is what I want people to get out of it. Like right now, where you at right now? You smiling and you happy, and this it. But during that process, I'm only imagining. I'm asking you. You weren't that happy all the time about it. Like you had questions and you felt defeated. How did you push on? That's what I want the people to know. And you know what I mean?
Absolutely, because it was definitely not this. I cried.
Come on now.
I was stressed. I had moments where I was like, God, you forgot about me. Like, I've been serving you all this time and you just gonna do this to me like this. I had moments where I felt like, nobody cared about my situation, and it wasn't even that. It's just that people weren't aware, but because of what I had planned and what I thought was going to work out, I dealt with those different things. It was frustrating. It was a lot of different emotions that I experienced in the process. But all the while, as you go through and you just, realize that just because, and that was my thing, I had to come to the realization of two things. Either I'm going to trust God or I'm not, you know what I mean? Or I'm just going to let the situation defeat me. And so at the end of the day, you just have to make a conscious decision of what you're going to do. And so being that I trust God, if I trust God like I say I do, I have to be okay with it not being the plan for my life. If that's the case, I had to get to the point where I have to either accept that or just trust that he's going to work it out for me. So in the midst of all the tears and the frustration and wanting to give up and mad at God, after I made my way through that, because you're going to go through things, you're going to experience things, you're going to go down that path. Don't think anything that, you try to obtain or, that you're working towards. There's going to be some type of friction. There's going to be some obstacles, trials, tribulations. They are going to come. The weapon will form, but don't mean it's going to prosper. Okay?
Amen.
You know what? I would open the doors to the church after that right there. I would open the doors to the church. Listen, I'm so excited that you shared that, because people only see the finished product. They don't know what you're going through, and I don't know who you just inspired, but I promise you inspire somebody. I'm telling you.
And let me add something too. That two very important things. Perspective. A big thing is you have to see things differently. If you allow yourself to fall into the woe is me cave, then you will not be productive. If you end up in that cave, you got to find your way out.
Repeat that, please. Repeat that, please.
If you allow yourself if you find yourself in the woe is me cave, you got to find a way out of there. Otherwise, you will not be productive. And then here's the other thing. Here's something that's very pivotal. Patience. Because I'm going to tell you something. There are a lot of people who think that it did not happen for them. And they feel like it did not happen for them, but they were not patient enough to allow it to happen for them at the right time. We were looking for a house, and everything you could think of wrong in our minds came up. And it got to a point to where my wife said, you know what, I'm not even doing this no more. And if you're a homeowner, looking for a house, especially when you got to put that money down, and inspections and all of that different stuff.
Come on now.
But I had to tell my wife, there's a difference between being delayed and being denied. Now, the house that we have now, everything we looked at previously don't even compare. But we were patient. And when I say patient, I don't mean lazy, just chilling. I mean productive, but you are patient. Don't get ahead of it's a process. And a lot of people think that it didn't happen for them, but the truth is they got impatient and dropped out the race is what really happened. They gave up. Their impatience led to them giving up as opposed to them enduring.
And I would like to just add that too. People truly don't understand that you have to have endurance in this life. You have to know how to endure some things. And if you're not willing to do that, you're not going to ever get what you want. Right. Listen to April's story. All of that was enduring.
10 years.
She was
10 years.
Enduring. You can't think that, like Dre said, oh, it didn't happen for no, you wasn't willing to endure anything. And so I think that's a big factor for people.
You know what? In today's society, I just said it. People don't understand that social media. People are showing you their highlights. They're showing you. They're showing you the best of.
Right.
And so you just sitting there looking like, man, they did it just like that. How come I can't? It don't work that way. They're not telling you the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
And the story, what they say, that it's the journey.
Yes.
So what April just talked about, when she holding that precious little baby, it's the work that it took to get that is gonna be the reward is gonna be worth it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say.
Definitely.
Come on now, y'all.
So it's working.
You got a little preacher in you, Ron.
What you say?
Did you just?
Yeah, you know. Let me tell you something, though, man.
Tyler blood coming out of his voice.
No, you know what it is. Like I get excited when I can have a adult conversation, and I know that I don't know that I can see it like right now, but I know somebody gonna see this and it's gonna help somebody. And that makes
the wisdom. I love the wisdom.
That make me feel so good that somebody gonna get a lesson out of this today. That's what it's about for me.
If you change your perspective, what we have to do is listen to this. We have to be asset based. And because we're not asset based, we got two problems. We think that it's poor and poverty in the ghetto. And I'm not saying that those things are real, but there are other people who set up shop in the poorest place in the world and get rich. So you have to change your perspective, because they're not there because it's poverty and only poor. Because you know what they'll do? They'll say, okay, well, we'll sell you one pamper at a time. We'll sell you one cigarette at a time. But what they realize is that it's money here.
Yeah.
And it goes back to patient. It may be a slower grind, but it's here, and they faithful, and they coming, and they going. So we have to be patient. We have to realize what we have. And I'm gonna tell you, the biggest problem is this: when you realize that you are not entitled to anything. The real problem is people feel like I'm supposed to have, I deserve, and then they start comparing themselves to other people and say, she ain't even this and he ain't even that. And if I was in this place, and you don't even know what it took for them to get there. So we gotta humble ourselves. We feel like we deserve and we are supposed to have all of this stuff. And when it don't work out that way, you put it like this. I tell you what, it's people in this world that will never want for anything in their lives. They got a beautiful home and a couple vacation spots, and they can do whatever, and they still ain't happy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They got $100 million, and they feel like, but I should have $400 million. I mean, it's just, people still have that sense of entitlement. Y'all know, you know how kids are.
Come on now. Come on now.
Me and Ron was just speaking of that yesterday, I believe. About
well, I'm gonna rebuke you. I'm just playing.
Hey, Dre, Jesus drunk wine.
Ryan, you don't want to do that.
Listen, it was wine, Dre. That's what they drank back then.
Well, the Bible was not written in English.
Huh?
It was translated in English, so you need to find out what the Hebrew word is and the Greek words is, and find out if it was actually the wine that you think it was. Was it fermented or unfermented?
Was
that's
it
a whole
Moscato?
Conversation. We're gonna leave that alone.
Was it Moscato? Huh? No, listen. Hey.
Usually I don't do this, but
listen, y'all.
Keep the party going, huh?
Kofi and I, we said tonight that we are not going to be on here too long. We've been doing like 17 hours. Kofi, we had an hour and 13 minutes.
Y'all got BD kids on here now.
Listen, what we gonna do? We gonna go to the green room. We go. Go ahead.
Let me say this, Dre. I'm gonna correct you. All of us is DD kids. DD
Amen. Come on, amen. Show your ride. So that's how. Oh, when I said that, show your ride.
You did. What we're gonna do? We're gonna give y'all some last closing words, and then we're gonna take it to the green room. We had an hour and 14. We thank y'all for listening to us. Taurus, we're gonna teach you how to tap in for Thursday's show. He's still trying to get in. Thursday's show at 10 o'clock. we had the Reverend Dr. Love here, and April. She don't call me Love Julian. I use my husband's Facebook whenever I feel like it, and he ain't gonna say nothing. Period. So we appreciate y'all for coming. So April, any last words?
Just to encourage everybody. Listen, if you get down, just get back up. Don't stay there, have a pity party, and make a career out of it. Get it up and keep it pushing.
Come on now, Dre Love.
I echo that.
Kofi.
Me as well.
Ditto. Everybody ditto it. So hey, thank y'all for listening. We in the green room. If you got any comments, comment, share us, like us. The Dysfunctional Show, Cousin Kofi, Ron Hortman, Dre Love, April Love -Julian. We love y'all. We out.